lead us now.
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Matt, for that. So our current board members present tonight are Meg Ludlam, Hilda Pena Alfaro, Tasha Woods, and I'm Jason White. We're also joined by Superintendent Haberer and a few of the district admin. Also joining us tonight, it is my pleasure to introduce Jonathan Henderson, who will be sworn in as our newest board of directors. So Superintendent Haberer, you now have the floor. So would you like to begin that process?
Everyone hear me okay?
Yes, I would. So I'm going to pull up the script. All right. So Jonathan, I will read the phrase and then you just repeat after me if you would. And this is the oath for being a school board member with Ellensburg School District. So I, Jonathan Henderson.
I, Jonathan Henderson.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
Do hereby solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Washington.
And the Constitution of the State of Washington.
And will faithfully discharge the duties.
And will faithfully discharge the duties.
Of Director of Ellensburg School District.
Of Director of Ellensburg School District.
Number 401.
Number 401.
Kittitas County.
Kittitas County.
State of Washington.
State of Washington.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
All right. You are now sworn in as an official Ellensburg School District board member. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And Jason, you do have that as an action item as well too, just to verify voting in of his position.
All right, thank you, Matt. So just to clarify, board, since it is an action item, that means we do need to officially vote on that.
So do you need a motion? I move that we accept the swearing in of Jonathan Henderson as a school director.
Thank you, Tasha. Yes.
And I second.
All right, so Tasha has moved that we accept Jonathan as a board member, and Hilda has seconded. Is there any discussion?
Welcome, Jonathan. Excited to join us. You took the oath, so you can't.
Yeah, welcome. We are happy to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm really excited to get started.
Yeah. And Matt, just for clarification, do we need to vote on that?
Yes, you do. It needs to be formal.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, okay, we are going to vote on that. So since there was no discussion, I'm now going to call the vote. So Tasha.
Aye.
Meg. Hilda.
Aye.
I also vote aye. Motion passes. Jonathan, you're now part of the board, so you may now vote for all future items on the
Okay.
Yes, thank you. All right, board. So next on our agenda is the consent agenda. I think the board, you've all had time to look at that. I would entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the consent agenda.
I second.
Okay. Tasha has moved that we approve the consent agenda and Jonathan has seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there is not, I'm going to call the vote. Tasha.
Aye.
Meg. think I heard you say yes. Meg, aye. Hilda,
Aye.
Jonathan,
Aye.
I also vote aye. Consent agenda is approved. All right, so that will lead us into administration. Ginger, you have an update for the superintendent.
Yes, just a real quick update. I know that our new director of transportation, I met with her before I left for Colorado, and they're rolling forward with getting the bus routes in place for our system for next year. So just a real positive report on that. And I met with Dr. Larson and all of the other superintendents in Kittitas County today. And we anticipate that the governor will, we're hoping that he will make an announcement by the end of this week. That's what people think is going to happen. And will give us some more direction on what the guidelines will be for next year regarding COVID, like the wearing of masks and testing and that kind of thing. So we're just really waiting to hear from him. As I put out in my communication to all of the parents and all of our staff, the way guidelines work is the governor makes a proclamation and then we have to follow what the governor says, and then OSPI works together with the governor, and ultimately the governor works with the Department of Health, and then they work together. Then OSPI first looks at what the governor proclaims, and then they will give us their requirements at the state level. And then we take our direction then from, Department of Health working together with the governor, OSPI, which is the Office of the Superintendent for Public Instruction. That's what OSPI stands for. And then we take our direction from them to decide on what those guidelines will be. So that's just a quick update on where we're at with that. So we're waiting still but in meeting with Dr. Larson, he was gathering our input today, and he is meeting with other public health officers, and we're hoping to hear from the governor sometime later this week. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you, Ginger. Board, any questions or clarifications about Ginger's report?
So basically you're saying, Ginger, that we do not make these decisions. We, the school board, do not make the decisions about masking and other health requirements. It's the government, it's the state government, and perhaps local health agency.
We follow whatever the guidelines are from OSPI. Basically follows, what the governor and the Department of Health says, and ultimately we also follow the direction of Kittitas Public Health. So
So it's not a school board decision or a school district decision in any way.
We have to follow the requirements.
Great questions, Meg. And thanks for that clarification, Ginger. Yeah, I think board, I think I'm intrigued to see where this will go. I think, I know I was looking forward to this coming year, thinking that COVID is kind of the worst has been over. But if you read tonight's Daily Record, you'll see on the front page, the headline, "Schools Confront More Polarized with Mask Rules for Fall." So again, I anticipate our community is going to have a very strong opinion about masks. And so I think it's really important the board understand this now that we're all together, that, and again, we got the updates from WASDA that I think we've been told very clearly that it's not our choice. We all may have some strong opinions about masks moving forward. So I think it might be wise for the board, at some point to recognize what we don't control, and that we need to help educate the community. I guess as board chair, because I'm going to be the one responding to the emails, I'm kind of saying I think it's helpful for us to make sure that we're giving a united message that is not up to us. In some ways, it doesn't even matter what we think. Because I know I personally have a really strong opinion, but it doesn't matter, right? Because we as a board are united in this, and we have to follow our state guidelines, and we have to follow the law. So that's what that's how we'll move forward. But I think these are good conversations, and I'm glad to see that the Daily Record ran that article. I hope that that again, people will understand what our state is doing and mandating, and how much local control has influence over those decisions moving forward. So again, thank you, Ginger, for your work on that and keeping us posted with where we are. I anticipate this will be a hot topic before fall quarter begins. So thank you for that. Board, any other clarifications or questions about that? All right, seeing that there are none, that will take us into business. And first off, we have the fundraising report. So I'm assuming Paige or Ginger, you have an update for us.
Yeah, so this is a report that we give to the board every year, and we are just asking for you to approve it.
Board, we've had time to look over this report. Are there any last questions? If there are not, I would entertain a motion.
I move that we accept the fundraising report.
I second.
Okay, thank you. Hilda has moved that we accept the fundraising report, and Meg has seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's not, I will call the vote. Tasha?
Aye.
Meg?
Aye.
Hilda?
Aye.
Jonathan?
Aye.
I also vote aye. Fundraising report has been accepted. And then next, the last item on the business is the financial report for April and May. Again, Ginger and Paige are here. Are there any questions or any clarifications that we have? Otherwise, this is also an action item.
It is not an action item, Jason. It's for information and discussion.
What? I'm not even reading my notes. Bad chair right here. Sorry about that. Thank you, Matt. So any questions then? We do not need to vote on it, but any questions, clarifications on it? I think we've looked through this. I'm seeing head nods. Okay, we don't have to vote on that. We'll keep moving forward then. Short meeting, you all. Okay, so we have no policy tonight. So that would lead us into board reports. Hilda, I think it was decided for early learning that you were going to step into that role. Do you have a report for us tonight?
Not really. I just made contact, and then they are going to start meeting on September. So I will have a detailed report over there. But I just made contact with the organization. Everything is in place to start meeting on September.
Thank you. And I know it's the summer, and I think that we don't have any student reports, right, Ginger? For student reports, I'm sorry, is there any update for the board as far as where we moving forward for next year for any student reps? Ginger, sorry.
Yes, we do have 2 student reps. I don't have their names in front of me,
Okay.
but I will invite them to come and be present at the first August meeting, and we can welcome them.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Okay, next board report is the teaching and learning. Tasha, do you have a report?
Nope, it's the end of July, and thankfully most of our staff are on vacation and getting rest. So
much needed. Yes, indeed. Excellent. All right. And then the last report, legislative report. Meg, do you have a report?
I'm okay. I'm already unmuted. Not really. The WASA Ledge team, whatever it's called, has been having periodic meetings over the summer, but I have to admit I have not been to any. They're not really, they're briefings, and they're probably useful, and I will go to probably the one next week or whenever it is, because it's on project-based learning. But anyway, they're trying to, you know, carry on during the interim between legislative sessions with some information to keep the legislators up to speed. But that's all I have to report.
All right, thanks, Meg. All right, and again, any questions from the board about any of the reports? Okay, then we will just keep moving forward. So we are already to public comment. So Matt, if you can get us set up for that, I will pull up my script here. All right, individuals wishing to be heard by the board will add their names to the document in the Zoom chat box, or individuals will be recognized within Zoom by using the icon or emoji to show they are raising their hand. The chair calls on an individual. They will identify themselves by stating their name and address for the record. Individuals will proceed to make comments within the 3-minute time limit. In order to provide equal opportunity for comments, an individual's microphone will be turned off at the 3-minute time limit. The chair may interrupt or terminate an individual's statement when it is too lengthy, personally directed, abusive, obscene, or irrelevant. The board as a whole has the final decision in determining the appropriateness of such rulings. In accordance to the Open Publics Meeting Act 4230, agendas and topics must be set in advance of the board meeting. Board members will not respond to public comment during the meeting. Additionally, comments may be submitted to the board at board@esd401.org. Matt, are we ready for public comment?
Yes, let me just go ahead and get my screen shared. As a reminder, that link has been put into the chat box. And you also have the opportunity to use the emoji icon to raise your hand. Okay, I have the document open. And I also have the participant list open. I am not seeing anyone having signed up on the list. And I'm not seeing anyone raise their hand at this moment. Would you like me to set a timer?
Yes, Matt, go ahead and set a timer for 30 seconds. And again, anyone who's in attendance who would like to make a public comment now is when we need to hear from you. So please raise your hand or add yourself to the list.
Timer has been set and is running. I did not see anyone add their name to the list, nor did I see anyone raise their hand in the participant list for public comment.
Neither did I. All right, well, thank you for that, Matt. So next up, that would bring us to new business, proposed items for future consideration. Do you have anything, board or Ginger?
I don't have a proposed item, but I just want to point out that this might be a switch for Jonathan. Like normally, this is not how our meetings go. So
It's not always this fast.
No, I'm thankful that this is what is happening today. I'm thankful to our board chair for leading this, but this is not typical meeting. So
As the year approaches, we'll know more about guidelines, so there'll be more topics. I just need people to get back from vacations, and I need a chance to meet with them, but there'll be some other topics, and we'll talk about those in agenda setting and get them on there.
Yes, it's kind of nice to have this refresher because we will quickly have a lot on the agenda. I anticipate moving forward. So lots.
Well, having been in the last agenda setting meeting, and I know that there are at least a couple items I think we agreed we would address in August. One of them being when we did Ginger's evaluation and contract extension, was it last time? We said we needed to look at goals for next year, or areas of emphasis, or whatever the words were. And also, I know because there's a new edition of the Policy and Legal News letter from WASDA that there were some policies we're going to need to address in the foreseeable future. Some of them are supposed to be in effect fairly quickly, and I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, and we also have the company that helps us with our financial business with like bonds and levies. They have a levy 101 type of presentation that I'd like for them to do potentially for one of our study sessions. So I'm in the process of setting that up. I think we should set it as a goal that by the end of August, we have an idea of what we're wanting to do concerning the levies that are soon to be done this round, and what we want to do moving forward.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Meg and Ginger, and thank you, Matt, for getting those recorded. So yes, so from Ginger, the levy, we'll look forward to that. Meg, the update on Ginger's evaluation, we need to kind of set those metrics for the next coming year. And as well as we do rely on Meg as our policy guru, that she keeps us up to date when there's policies that we really do need to be addressing that we're learning from the state as they update. So anything else, board?
Yeah, well, I think that we also will need to continue our work on equity. So that also will be part of the agendas to come.
Thank you, Hilda. Yes, I agree. Anything else? All right, Ginger, is there an executive session? All right, is there anything board or Matt to discuss or Ginger to discuss for board calendar?
I just wanted to bring up the reminder that the WASDA retreat in November is November 18th through the 20th. I do have all of you registered. I have to take care of Jonathan's registration now that he's in the system, but I do already have his hotel room all set for that. And Jonathan, I will be in contact with you. There is a pre-conference meeting which has a board boot camp. That might be something you may be interested in, but I'll let you talk with Ginger about those pieces. So, but just to make you aware.
Okay, and that's like right before, like is it like the day before, the couple days before?
It's actually on the 18th.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for that reminder, Matt. Again, the pre-conference was the 18th, you said? And
Yes.
then the conference is the 19th and the 20th?
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
And as I said, your hotel and registrations have already been taken care of.
Excellent. Excellent. Anything else for board calendar? All right. Anything for clarification and next steps? Ginger, I see no. Okay. Matt, signing of documents. How are we doing there?
We will have the warrants that were just presented at this meeting that will need to be signed. And Jonathan, you will be part of that now. So it's just something that you schedule to come and swing by the office, and I'll have them on the podium ready for you to sign.
Perfect.
Excellent. And sorry, I should have said this in clarification and next steps. And so my understanding, right, Ginger, is our hope that we will be our next board meeting in August. We are hoping to be in person with the Zoom as well. Is that kind of our goal that we're shooting for?
That's our goal. The equipment's here. It's just a matter of IT needing to be able to put everything together for us and get it set up.
Okay, perfect. We will hope that that happens. All right, perfect. Board, that is everything on our agenda. So I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Record time.
Yes, Jonathan, don't get used
It's
to
all thanks to me. It's all thanks to me.
Yes, this is great. So, all right, I will entertain a
It'll
motion.
never be like this again. Enjoy my life. I move that we adjourn.
Okay. Is there a
A
second?
second.
All right, and with that, we are adjourned. Meg moved, Tasha seconded. This meeting is adjourned. You all have a great rest of the month and we'll see you in August. Okay, take care. Bye.